Hey guys, I hope you're doing well. I hope you had a great week so far. And we actually made it to Thursday. Great job. So the weekend is coming up. I hope you have some kind of plan in place just to have one meal. Don't see Friday as you let someone letting you out of your cage and it's time to go fucking binge. Please don't think like that. Rather think controlled in some sense. If you have a plan in mind to go somewhere, and so on, trying to keep maybe your total calories in mind and so on. But let me not get off topic. I said I would do a post-workout nutrition. Let's call it part 2. To be talking about most important times. The nutrition is important. I said the breakfast before your workout and after your workout. Of course, we discussed in our previous video the preemptive plan to your training, and now what we'll do afterwards. In other words, so your post workout, I guess. So there's many things that you can do. I'm only going to put out, I think, 2 or 3 ideas for you to take into consideration when planning a post workout. First, there are many post workouts out there. The good ones have type of creatines in. They've got quick type of carbs that will, help to spike, insulin levels to help and absorb, these certain types of nutrients and stuff that they have in it. And then of course, either a very fast type of protein in the form, a lot of them do BCAAs, other forms of isolate protein and so on. Of course, a great way to do a post-workout. I just always say maybe add some whey protein or a small meal to a thing like that, because even though they do have things in there to help regulate blood sugar and so on, I myself have really had bad drops from that. So I've learned to add a scoop of a whey protein or something else just to slow the digestion a little bit. But I still want all the right stuff. It's just a drop at the end. An even more effective way that I did it was to have that, and then within half an hour to have your meal. Then it works perfectly. There's lots of different types of post-workout stuff out there. You can definitely have a look. But those are the things that I want you to kind of keep in mind. So that's one way, kind of sorting out your post-workout problems quickly. The other way, if you are a little bit more old school approach, you can do sometimes in off season, some people would do a mass shake serving with a whey protein serving. You'll ask me, why would I do a mass shake that has protein in it with whey? Because I believe the ratios are not right. I always want to up the protein a bit. So that's why I recommend doing maybe a 1-to-1, when you do a post-workout, my mass shakes are like 2-to-1 in a lot of senses, So that's one way you can go. In most cases, I'm going to say almost 80% of people out there, literally 2 or maximum 3 scoops of whey protein with 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe depending on your size or your goals, rice cakes after your workout directly is a great idea. After that, half an hour to an hour, then you can have your meals and so on and so on. But for the sake of digestion, you getting in protein for recovery, considering or thinking at least that you have had a strict diet throughout the day. That's kind of what we're working with, If you didn't, then, all your nutrition won't be as efficient. So something to keep in mind. So as you then get closer to show, then you can start maybe reducing 3 scoops to 2 scoops in whey. You can start dropping maybe 5 rice cakes to 3 rice cakes, and then to 1 maybe, and then a couple of weeks out, you start dropping it completely and just take your whey protein, and a half hour later you eat. So that's kind of the way that I think you should structure it again, kind of starting out calories and then going down towards the show, just to tighten up. As you lose body fat closer to the show, still keeping the idea of keeping protein high. Okay, so that's under 5 minute, a quick video for you guys on post-workout nutrition. One thing sometimes warm or not, warm. Again, we want fast digestion. So for warm basmati rice with whey protein, a little bit of sweetener and cinnamon is also a good idea. Something that I've used to do in the past when I have to take larger amounts. So I'll have maybe 2 or even 300 grams of basmati rice with whey protein and just a little bit of sweetener and cinnamon. delicious. But that's kind of when I was starting out on a plan, 16 or 20 weeks, and you kind of ease down or move down with that. Okay, just an idea for you guys, something to think about. Have a great night, and I'll see you too. I'm looking forward to the video that I'll send you guys tomorrow, and then I will see you next week. Have a great weekend.